Do not have stuff in my teeth. And while I'm here, you know, it's good lighting. Hi, my name is Chris and welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for tuning in and for already liking this video and already clicking on and clicking subscribe because you know you're gonna be into it. Yay! This is my latest 90-day recap of the last episode. Who knows what it's called? I can tell you. Where's the remote control? Rough landings, honey. You know, when you're on Frontier or Spirit, have you ever taken those and just like every landing's rough, honey? It's a rough landing. You know, it's a rough landing strip.
When you went and got a wax at where you get your nails done and you know you shouldn't have probably gone to that. You know, just like certain person, but you know, you were like trying to bada bing, bada boom, and then there's like afterwards some like ingrown hairs. It's like a rough landing strip.
Now you pay for these. Isn't that so funny? I'm so happy to be monetized. I made $20 last week. I don't even care. I'm gonna tell you, 20 bucks. That's great for me. I mean, no, it's not great for me. Like, I can't live off of it, but like for my personal channel on YouTube, you know, like, thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting. I love reading comments. Do you like this lipstick? I'm wearing Pat McGrath Labs, and this one is called Full Panic Lipstick. I think it's a little mini. It's super cute. It's like a matte pink, and so over that matte pink, I put this Marc Jacobs Pretty Thing Enamored High Shine Gloss Lip Lacquer. You know, I'm not like VIB Rouge. I love that makeup. Ooh. Shall we talk about the show maybe? I don't know. Okay, so we shall. The first couple is Ashley and Jay. Ashley is curvy. Here's the thing. I forget all the time that she's actually 33 and she has 2 kids. Like, so she's seen a life. You know, she has like some like, you know, like life on her forehead that she's seen, and like life has come out of her body like twice, and I forget, and then I see it. I'm like, or I'm reminded by it. I'm like, oh yeah. I love her body, and obviously I'm not alone. They're getting pineapple. You know I always pay attention to food. She's like, this is the best pineapple I ever had. I believe it looks so good. Then we find out that Jay's mom is in America and that his dad lives here. You know, like most various siblings live here too in Jamaica. I wish I knew more about where the mom lived, you know, like what's happening with her, and like, are they gonna be able to meet up? Like, and do they have a close relationship? Like, tell me everything, you know.
Tell me everything.
But we meet Skins, which is Jay's dad. And Jay's dad is just like run around this island, honey, having friends. Skins for like how much he's racked up, you know, lots of them. Lots. He just like pulls up, he runs out of a taxi, honey, like, you know, he's getting around. Or just like running around, chasing girls, texting, you know, he's like Jay, but like never grew up, you know, a little bit, which is fine. Like, that's that man's like choice to live his life, even though, you know, I think it's a different culture or whatever. Ashley has like met Skins before, you know. Ashley's like, are you gonna cry, you know, when he gets to the airport? And Skins is like, no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm like a G or whatever. And they laugh, and they're actually, I think they're cute. Like, I don't hate on Ashley and Jay. I think they're kind of cool. Not, okay, that's not true. I think they're kind of cute together, you know, like there are many other couples to hate or whatever. And this whole season, like, definitely Colt's the person to hate, and I do, and like Eric, you know, whatever. There's no Angela, but God bless Ashley and Jay. You know, even Jay says like he loves his dad, but he doesn't want to be like his dad. He wants to be better than his dad. That's pretty mature for someone who can get all the tattooed hard nipples he wants. But I think that he like is down for Ashley and wants to settle down. Like, wants that life, you know? Maybe he wants that life. Here's the thing, we'll see when he actually gets that life. Before we get to her house, they're at the airport, they're saying goodbye to the family, and it's really sad because he doesn't want to miss the birth of his niece, and like Skin rolls up, honey. Skin has always been wearing flip-flops. Came out of his mom, Skins' mom, in flip-flops. Cocoa butter, cocoa nutter. No. No butter. No nutter. Cocoa butter, no nutter. That's what it is. And I had to work my way through that. I'm happy you like came along for the ride. I'm not saying his bottom of his feet is ashy. I'm just saying that like he could be a firewalker. Like make money doing that, like someone who walks on coals.
I'm just saying, you know, like if that's something that like ever came his way and he wanted to like make a couple of bucks and people are like, oh my God, he could just like walk by and be like,
I don't feel nothing. You know? Okay, God bless. So Jay comes out of the airport. It's cold. He's like, he can smell the cold. It's raining. And so like, oh my God, I can't imagine. Culture shock, weather shock. I've had that. One time I went to the South for the first time. I went to like Florida when I was young. I came out of I'm from California, whatever. And I came out of the airport and I was like, oh, I can't breathe. It's so humid. What's happening? My nose, there's no, I can't, what are you talking about? How do people breathe? Molecules of oxygen are not traveling up my nose. That's normal here? Okay. So they're like in the car and like Ashley's like, you know, it's gonna be like crazy for him. Like he's used to just like driving around with open containers and just like peeing wherever he wants and just being really loud and like shouting and yelling, and he can't do that in America. And I'm gonna be like, Ashley, yes he can. There are definitely parts of Florida that people do that, and I'm pretty sure he could be like in Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street and do that, and like not a nary person would give a damn and he would not have a ticket. I've seen it with my own eyes. Maybe I've done it. So they get into her house, and I love her house so much. You know, it's like her house is the perfect amount of like pumpkin spice latte, like shabby chic. Like there are words everywhere, like just in case you didn't know, honey, like this is her home, not her office. And she has a family. Like just like I forget that she has 2 kids, like she might also, just so she knows, family. A family lives here in her home, full of love. I actually really like her duvet. Oh my god, though. And like Jay is all about it. He's like, everything is like a fucking palace. Oh my god. Like he's just running around. He's like, this is like, you know, the second part of like Asuelu, like walking around this place being like, holy shit. You know, which is like good for those guys and bad for other people like Leida, who's gonna walk around Eric's trap house and be like, what? It's so bad. The guys get to live in luxury while these poor girls, while poor Larissa lives in, well, we'll talk about what Larissa gets to go to. But I mean, like, what is it, right? That's not fair. So Steven and Olga. Okay, so another couple that I really like. Like, I give it to them. Like, they're young and they're trying to make it happen, and like they're trying to do the best decisions they can, and they're, you know, fighting against all odds, and I'm for them. I support them. I mean, not like with my money. Like, I wouldn't give it like a GoFundMe. Like, I won't give it anyone's GoFundMe at this part of the year, honey. I'm like out for myself. I have to buy Christmas presents and stop it. You know what I'm saying? But God bless. Did I make this joke already? Maybe. Oh, on Twitter I did. But he's by himself. He's never traveled anywhere, and I give him props because he goes on this like 7-hour-long train ride to who knows where, you know what I'm saying? And he gets out in the middle of the goddamn night, and then like Olga's there to surprise him, and it's so sweet, and they cutely kiss, and it's adorable when he gets down on his knees and he kisses her belly, like in some 360 romantic shot. Like, that shit is cute. You're not gonna tell me that shit's not cute. You're not gonna tell me like, oh, I'm too jaded for that kind of love. Like, F you. If you're gonna like be the kind of person that's just gonna hate on every goddamn thing, like this isn't for you. My page isn't for you. I'm not negative Nancy. I'm realistic Rebecca. So then they go to a confessional, and like she's already lost so much weight, you know what I'm saying? They're just so young. She just will like breastfeed like twice, and she was just suddenly like, back to it. I'm a size 2. Well, God bless. But she's so cute. She's like, we dating 2 months, then bum bum. Yeah. Bum bum. You bummed. You bummed and you're bum, and then you bummed, bummed, and you're bum. Lord, it's like, this is after election results. Like, why do I always tape at like 2 a.m.? My neighbors hate me, like whatever, God bless. So then we also figure out that like another bond they have is they both come from hard lives. Like, we kind of seen Steven's like hard life. He's been to jail a bunch, and like his dad died and whatever, and his mom seems to be like, I don't know where, and his grandparents, like I forgot, but like his grandparents are like weird ass hippies or whatever, but like nice ones, like I'm sorry, God bless, whatever, anyway. But Olga, like for at some point in her life, in her youth, like had to live in an orphanage. She calls it a place where kids with no families live, no parents live, which I'm just like translating that into orphanage, you know? No more context of like what happened there. They bonded over that. Them wanting to start a family and like having that security, like that makes a lot of sense. And I get it. Not that I have a family, but you know what I'm saying? Like I understand it for them. And I wish the best for them. You know what? Maybe I would donate to their GoFundMe now that I've thought about it. Maybe I would. Do they have a GoFundMe? Fuck, now I gotta go find out if they have a GoFundMe. Screw you. I want to say this, like Steve, whatever, I don't know, has like a genuinity about him, like an I'll say that again. He has an authenticity about him that I almost feel like he'd be a good actor. Like, and there's also something kind of like Anthony Michael Hall about him, like back in the day, but like instead of like Anthony Michael Hall, who played like nerdy and kind of like from like a suburban household, like more from like a hardened life, like who's seen some shit, kind of Anthony Michael Hall. So he bought her a bunch of stuff from America, like, but also like, what could he buy buyer. He's a dude. He knows nothing. And plus he's like traveling. So he buys her what he thinks. And she's like, is this all you bought me? And he's like, yeah, but I'll buy you things here. And she has some stuff. And I don't know if she has any friends or any moms or any, we don't know any of this. Like any aunts that can just like give her some stuff. Like, is there a baby shower to be had? I mean, I don't know any of these. Like maybe, you know what? I obviously would, I need to go fund, whatever. I need to fund their whole life. Do they have like an Amazon wish list? I'll send the baby to college somehow. I'm not quite sure. They go shopping. It's like a Russian Kmart. He knows nothing where anything is. And she's like, I don't know this place either. And it's like, I don't know why they're getting upset. If she asks him a question between colors, just be like, this one, the cheaper one. Please don't spend so much of my money. They sent 1,000 rubles, but he's like, is that a lot of money? And she's like, kind of, you know, that's, I don't know. Hey Suri, how much is 1,000 rubles? This bitch says it's $15.15. That can't be right. I got all that stuff from that Russian Kmart for $15.15. Whew. Just moving on. So Eric and Leida. So they're like touring Philadelphia and you know, she's like, I've never been here. And he's like, either have I. She's like, why'd you take me here? And he's like, because it's historic. And because it's the farthest away from my shithole trap house. I don't know why I picked Philadelphia. Okay, it's because I went on TripAdvisor and they said there would be at least activities and I wouldn't have to talk to your sister and I could just walk around places that are historic, just holding your son like a goddamn comfort Linus blanket except around my shoulders. So then we get another scene with Raina and like in this Kate Spade outfit, which I really like. And I say it's Kate Spade, it could also be Calvin Klein. It's just like means business. Eric has taken them to some broke down food court in God knows where, or whatever. And he has Alessandro around his goddamn neck like a mink stole and he won't let go. You know, he's like a 1950s like mistress. Like, oh, it's my mink stole. No, Alessandro, you always want to be here, right? You're welcome. So anyway, Eric says Raina is judgmental, which she should be, and has reservations about the relationship, which she should. You have nothing to offer. And then at one point, Leida, whoever, is like, oh, cheese. And then he's like, yeah, that's Wisconsin cheese, the best cheese. She's like, oh, awesome. Can I get some? And he's like, no, let's not get some here. Let's whatever. Let's get some somewhere else. You're at a food court and you won't buy like 2 ounces of your prized States cheddar? How much could that cheese be? I'll tell you what, it's not $15.50. It's not 1,000 rubles. Come on. It is outrageous. There's been like 2 guys in my comments that have been like, and it's like, no, this is outrageous, cheap behavior. I mean, this is, I'll be single for the rest of my life. I'll be single for the rest of my life. It's just that also he's on television. You know what I'm saying? Like he's this cheap on television where he knows he has to, oh my God, my neighbors. He knows he has to impress people. He won't buy 2 ounces of cheese, of Wisconsin cheddar cheese they happen to find in Philadelphia. It's just like, come on, right? Okay, I'll let it go. It's just that I love cheddar cheese. So I would be like, get me that goddamn cheddar. I'd be like more upset about him not buying the cheddar than I was Larissa about not having red flowers. That's how much I like cheese, specifically cheddar. If there was Wisconsin aged and I asked my man after flying all the way here with my sister and my kid for some goddamn cheese and he didn't give it to me, I'd turn around, I'd be like, oh, bye, brie. No, that's a horrible joke, but I'd literally be like, bye. Rich Denisa would just have to be like, Rich Denoja. So then Eric takes Alessandro to get food, again, whips him around his goddamn neck because he knows Alessandro is not going to like give him any side eye to whatever he wants to get in this Philly food court, which gives sister and sister a chance to talk. So the sister's like, do you understand the financial stuff? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, he has to pay child support. She's like, no, I hate it. I know, I get that, and I hate it. She's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? She's like, well, you know, it's like, I say, it's like, why is it even necessary? Well, blanket it is.
Blanket it is.
Okay, so just get over it is. Because you're in America and it's necessary. Because that's how it works in America. You're deciding to come here. There are legal things that happen. When people get divorced, he has 3 kids, he's paying child support. Case closed. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Philadelphia. But she should be in Wisconsin. Well, no, she should be in Indonesia. So then he comes back with Alessandro with 1 cheesecake. Now, with 1 cheesesteak, 1 famous Philadelphia cheesesteak sandwich that they're supposed to share. 2 napkins. No silverware. No plates. 1 sandwich. 2 ladies. Him. A baby. I couldn't script it, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'd be embarrassed typing it. I'd be like, oh, and is this real? Could he be this horrible and cheap? And could I be just like this disgusted by a character? And I mean, maybe the answer is yes, you know? So then it's time to go pick up Leida's family, you know, like they've flown in, honey. They're gonna come put their feet down in America and hopefully their foot down in this relationship. But they go to the airport to pick them up, and Leida's like, you gotta be, you know, really to like impress my dad. And he's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh yeah, I don't know how rich they think I am. I just never said anything. And it's like, rich people know rich people. And it's like, you're showing up to this airport with like an Old Navy shirt that looks like it's been washed past 7 seasons. I don't think they think you're rich, which is why they're here, because they're like trying to look at their daughter and be like, look, take these eyes, look, and see that no. You know, I feel so bad for Alessandro because he like sees that grandpa and he like holds on to the grandpa. He like runs and hugs and is like, grandpa, you know, and it's like, obviously he just like wants to hold the person that he knows. And it's like, he doesn't want to look at the camera. And then like Eric is like, give me back that kid from his grandpa so that he has something to do. Oh my God. Okay. So next couple.
The devil's favorite.
Larissa and Cole. Cha. Larissa and Colt. So Larissa, you know, before she meets Debbie, like, is in the car and she's like, oh, I'm excited to meet mama and baby girl. And for a moment I was like, wait, Colt has a baby girl? And I was like, no, that's one of Colt's cats. It's one of Colt's cats. So anyway, they get to the house. Larissa hugs Debbie and, you know, they're kind of sizing each other up and talking like this. Debbie's like,
Oh my God, look at you. You're right, she's tall.
and then, like, just as she says that, like, Colt goes to his mom, like, hugs his mom, you know. I'm still here. You're still good. You're still worthy. You're still enough. You're still my whatever. I don't know. Then they get into this house, and, okay, there are 2 snowmen. Is it Christmas? No sofa. And a house. No sofa. I mean, like, I can even be like, no coffee table and like maybe you have a side table. Even no dining table and you have like, you know, counter space, like counters and like bar stools, but no sofa? You need a bed and you need a sofa, okay? That's like 10.5, not even 101. Summer school. Who are these people that just are just like gonna invite these women from countries where they have to come and travel all this way and not have beds and sofas for them or furniture? It scares me because as a female, I'm like, why don't these men know? But with Debbie, it's like, why doesn't Debbie know? I mean, that like Debbie and Cole are literally living in what I said Grey Gardens before, but they're living in some sort of like mental disorder, codependent, like symbiotic relationship, and it's not healthy. And we're taking in like 2 sick people and how they work. Okay. I just feel like one thing is like, I feel like the snowmen are there as some trick. Because I don't know if it's Christmas or not, but I feel like the snowmen are there because I think that how psychotic Colt would be to have snowmen in his house to make it seem like it's colder so that they don't have to turn on the AC so that he saves money. Because it's Las Vegas and it's really hot. So Larissa has barely walked in the house and been like, no sofa? And then Debbie Downer just starts crying. I mean, weeping. But then she has to just be like, I'm so happy for you. No, she's not. Not happy, honey. So then Larissa meets baby girl and she's like, will she attack ye? And girl, I get it because she's feeling tension from all of the puss in this house. Colt included. This is like just awkward. They bait Larissa with questions on how she likes Vegas, which Colt knows very well that no, she hates it, and how she likes the house, which if you want to know the truth, don't ask the questions. And if you don't have a goddamn sofa and your printer is just sitting willy-nilly, and all you have are 2 snowmen and $1 slot machine, maybe don't ask what she thinks of the decor of your house. Because if you are asking that question, you are going to get an answer. And it's like, Don't bait her for something and then like get mad at the answer. But she does. Larissa on her side isn't like the most tactful. You know what I'm saying? Like she isn't like, oh, the decor is interesting. It's is this like indicative of Las Vegas, other kind of Las Vegas stuff? No, you know, she was just like, oh, no, we have to get out of here. We're getting a Big E house. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting a Big E house, and like, I'm gonna decorate, and like,
Debbie's like, oh yeah, I didn't decorate this house because I wanted you to decorate.
she's like, okay, that's, thank God. And like, first thing is first, that slot machine, that one right there, we all see that one. That one that's like been in the corner for the past like couple of shots. That one's out of here. Where'd you even get it from? Silence. Colt says, she got it from my dad. You know, my dad. That's where she got it. We're not just like gonna give it away. She's keeping it. It can be wherever, but it's gonna be in the house. And by in the house, this house, where we're staying. We're not getting a Biggie house. We're getting a samey house. But Larissa is like taking it with stride. Larissa's like, oh, okay, well, Deb, you can stay here, or, you know, maybe we can find you a hot box big enough for you to sleep in when we move into our new Biggie house, which is what I wanty. We will find a compromisey. Debbie cries again, and then I realize that's why like her eyebrows are so drawn up. They're so up so that when she cries and she like wipes, like she doesn't wipe her eyebrows off. Like they're so high, in fact, that if she wipes all of this, the eyebrow sitting up here remains untouched. I just want to say we are 3 eps into this season and they are still, this couple specifically, on day 1. That's how you know like TLC thinks there's like juicy juice with them. Because the other couples that are already like on like day 27, they're like, yeah, get him over with, honey. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is episode 3, still day 1. What, this is like hour 3, maybe? She landed, they drove here, they talked, and by 3, I mean, I'm giving generous time for her to have already picked up baggage claim and stuff like that. Have already gone through customs. Debbie is having a goddamn full breakdown. She's just like,
I didn't expect this. I expected her to be nice, and she's horrible. She's just so mean and cold, and she's so unhappy, and everything's wrong, and oh.
And she's not wrong. She's just having like the most dramatic reaction to it because she lives in the same house of her son. And if she didn't live in the same house of her son, she wouldn't even know any of this was happening. Like that's what Larissa's whole point is. Larissa's whole point is like, wait, I didn't understand. Like, why am I not spending these first hours with you? We should be like, your mom should have given us some time. Your mom should be staying at a friend's so we can have the first night together. But I don't know why that conversation just didn't happen before. It's because the producers are doing their job, I guess. So now we get this part where like Colt is just eating like the beef stew his mom made in one of those like single casserole dishes with its own handle so you can like eat a hot thing. I like him. He's just like slurping that stew. And Debbie Downer is crying. He calms Debbie Downer by telling her that it's tasty. And it really does work. She's like,
well, okay. I'm glad you enjoy it.
They're like the anti-Jesse and Darcy in that like no drama will stop them from eating an enjoyable meal. So Larissa is upstairs like laying down and just like can't believe she's not having any alone time with Colt, doesn't understand why she has to eat dinner with Debbie. Like what she doesn't get is Debbie is omniscient. Like here, Debbie is the Holy Spirit. She always gonna be around. There is no not Debbie being around. If you're around, Debbie's around. If you're not there and Colt's there, Debbie's around. If you're there, Colt's not there, Debbie's around. If neither one of you are there, Debbie's around. After both of you are dead, Debbie's still around. So understand it. Entiendo it ahora. Then there's this conversation between Colt and Debs where like, he's like, you know, some people judge a book by its cover. You know, and it's like, yeah, that's what they're there for. They have summaries and they have reviews of people that you are like inspired by or that you trust, and it has a picture, you know, and it has a seal maybe if it like won some sort of award, and then you judge whether you should buy it, read it, if it's the same book that you've been thinking of, if it's the right book that a friend told you about, if it's going to be the book that's going to help you, or you think maybe it will have an interesting tale for you on a vacation you're about to go on and you need a little sunny reading material. But what I'm saying is, that's what covers are for. And if you thought that she wasn't going to judge this hellhole, no sofa, snowman printer in the kitchen for like whatever because she's from a different country, then get your head together. She's seen the movies, as she said, and she wants the movies. And what she's not getting? The movies. Honey, she's not getting like basic cable. Then it's the next day and Colt and Larissa wake up together and all the fat cats are in the bed. I'm not saying like Larissa has a Mount of Venus, but I'm saying Colt's under the bed and like other cats. And like, you know, she's like, can this cat leave? And he's like, no, that cat can't leave. I had a boyfriend that like liked to sleep with his cats, and I one time woke up in the middle of the night and like stepped down and there was like a turd. Oh my God, it was so horrifying. And this also relates to Larissa calling cookie dough cookie dookie, which... So then it comes in the morning time, Larissa's gonna cook breakfast now, honey. And she like basically like just takes out an egg from the refrigerator, like makes Colton hold it like questionably, like, you hold it. Cracks it in a pan, doesn't like keep it whole, like scrambles it, and then like with a spatula just presses the yolk into the pan. And then she layers that on bread, puts 3 sandwiches on 1 plate, 2 full apples. You gonna cut the apples? No. 3 people eating? Yeah. Are 2 people gonna share an apple, like Lady and the Tramp? Maybe. Are those 2 people gonna be Colt and his mom? Probably. Maybe. Larissa says she lied about her cooking skills because she's like, you know, all men like good cooks and women who like sex, and so I lied or whatever. And then like this another hint that like Colt is like some crazy like hentai tentacle monster in bed. What did she have to lie about besides cooking to get to America so that Colt would buy that ticket? So after she cooks breakfast, she's like, Colt, get your mom, you know, whatever. And Colt gets her mom, and Debbie comes downstairs, honey, with the protection of all the native spirits around her. It's very southwestern of her, honey. She's calling on Pocahontas and various wolves. I think there's like a dream catcher. And they just like have more power struggles, and this time over future breakfast menus. Whew. I can't wait with this trio, this throuple. Okay, now we're on to Jonathan and Fernanda. So Fernanda and Danny like go shopping, you know, and if you watched my last recap, you know what's supposed to happen in my mind for the movie to like go on, and this fits perfectly as a scene. So they go shopping and there's a little tension, but Fernanda is like really cute or whatever, and Danny is like, still has like her guard up or whatever, and Fernanda like breaks down. She's like, I have no one. I came here. There was a thong. Like, I don't know what he's doing. I'm scared or whatever, and I don't know. And Danny's like keeping her friends closer and her enemies closer. Danny just needs a little more eye makeup than she has right now. Like, she has like eyebrows. She just like doesn't have any like mascara on or like any like eyeliner. She just needs like a little mascara and eyeliner because like she has like a really cute face just to balance out her features because her eyes are a little tiny. So if you could just put some on the outside parts and like just some mascara to like open up those eyes, I think that it would do a world of difference. Just that's also one thing Fernanda excels at, which is eye makeup. So they really can help each other. Danny's like, well, he told me he didn't want to get married, but then sometimes he told me that he wanted a family, so it was confusing to me. I was always really confused by that. When I have a family with me is best friend Danny. And so Danny just like takes Fernanda in her arms. She's like, I don't think that he's cheating on you. I really don't. And I like you a lot. I would tell you if I ever thought that or think that in the future. Don't you worry about a thing. However, if there's any chance that he would ever leave you be with me, I'll pack your bags. I'll pay for your airport Uber. So now Fernanda and Jonathan are unpacking. And you know, they're like cute, they're like fighting, whatever, and she's like, I need more hangers. And he brings like all these like wire hangers. She's like, no more wire hangers. It's like that movie, you know. Google it. No more wire hangers. Then she FaceTimes with her family, you know, and like they're all there. They're all in various stages of dental work. They're in various stages of improving their smile. You know, the mom has braces and the sister has braces, and Fernanda, what looks like, has like full veneers. The brother's there. The brother's like, hi, dog face. You know, it feels like a very like sitcom-y almost relationship with like her brother. The mom is like sad because she won't be there for the wedding, which is sad. Like they all can't come out like, because of the visa situation and the bad blood between Mexico and, you know, Trump's America. What I think they should do do is like have like some sort of like vacation in Tulum, like, or some sort of ceremony there where the parents can come. Because like A, Tulum is super hot, super in, and B, like honeymoon or whatever, like he could have his friends come. Like they should all like just like hook up in Tulum. They should stay at that like Zebra Hotel or whatever, you know, like I've done some research. I want to go to Tulum. Final couple is Kalani and Asuelu. I am saying names. So Asuelu changes the diaper for Oliver in the morning and he's like, Oliver's fussy or whatever, and Asuelu like doesn't know how to put on a diaper. He's like putting it on awkwardly. Don't worry, because Kalani's gonna tell him exactly how to do it. And like Asuelu's like, look, where I come from, like the ladies raise the babies and the men open the coconuts. Is there a coconut I can open? Like his voice is so interesting, and like, why is his voice like that? I'll tell you. I think he's sweet, super sweet, and a little simple, not like in a dumb way, just like a little simple, super sweet. And he speaks 2 languages, and English is not his, you know, preferred one, you know? And I think that when you're like on camera or whatever, like especially in confessionals, like your voice could come up a little bit because you're nervous and stuff like that. Also, what looks and sounds like a terrible helium addiction. I mean, that shit affects millions. So then they're out and about in beautiful South Orange County and he sees palm trees and he's like, oh my God, where are the coconuts? I have things that I can do the things. I know how to open coconuts. But there are no coconuts or palm trees. So he's sad. And there's nothing sadder than sad Asuelu. Asuelu. Ooh. Am I gonna win a Pulitzer ever? He's on the beach, honey. Like, he's just like, what is all this rubbish? And what are all these white people? It's like, get used to the white people, honey. You're in Orange County. I certainly had to. I was the brownest thing in Newport Beach. Gets in the water. He's like, oh, the sea is cold like a river. He like can't like probably even see through it. Listen, I feel so blessed to live by the beach because I feel like the sound of the beach is very calming and just walking the water is very great. But like when you travel to places like where he's from and like the tropics, or, you know, that's like crystal clear beaches and you look the warmest water ever. When you step inside the water, you can see like every beautiful piece of sand underneath and it's like the most gorgeous. And that's just not exactly how West Coast water is, I would say. North America water. It gets better as you get like, you know, South Baja. So anyway, so they sit down and she's like, how do you feel about meeting the family tonight? You know, and he's like, well, I'm nervous, but like, gotta get through it, you know? And then she's like, well, just so you know, they basically hate you. And they're gonna hate you for a minute. And when I say a minute, that's an English slang thing. I don't mean like a minute. I mean like it's gonna be a long time. For them to stop hating you, or make you feel at all welcome or warm here. Wait, so how do you feel about this dinner? You know, and Asuelu is just crying. I feel bad for him. He's like,
I have nothing. I came here. I have no one. I don't know anyone. You're telling me that like everyone's gonna hate me for the rest of my life here? And there's no coconuts on any of these trees?
I feel so bad for him though. And no, she's just like kind of like weirdly stone-faced. I don't know if she's like on like antidepressants, but she's just like touches her eye and she's like, oh. I hate to see him cry, almost as much as I hate to see him dance. I really hate to see him dance. Then it's dinner time at Stabbeard & Co.'s house. The dad's like, rule number 1, don't disrespect my daughter. Rule number 2, don't touch my beard. Swinging that shit around. I mean, look, they just all think that what, he cheated on her and that he like didn't give enough money or didn't try and come out to see her. Is that what it is? Like, I don't know. They gotta like give up that shit quick, especially the sister and the dad, you know? Because all that mom's doing is staying in that Airbnb and cooking. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me for you guys to like this video. Please subscribe to me. It definitely makes a difference. Please leave comments. I love reading your comments. I love responding to your comments. I try and do as much as I possibly can. If you are so inclined, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My name is @ChrisL.Farah. The L is for live election coverage. What's happening? What's happening right now? Live election coverage. Oh my God. I canvassed. You know what I'm saying? It's 107. It's all in. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art.